Good morning, student. Today we are going to learn lecture number 17. This is the part which is kept in the chapter of intellectual property right. That is registration procedure of copyright, trademark, industrial design and geographical indication. As we seen the procedure of registration of patent and the plant variety protection, for getting the varietal protection, how we can register the varieties under the PPVFR Act. Likewise, here are the four procedures under which we can register a copyright, trademark, industrial design and the geographical indication. As we know that the copyrights are the rights granted to the artistic work and the literary work. Likewise, the trademark is the symbol, logo of a particular business. We can register it under the trademark. And industrial design is the 2D or the 3-dimensional design ornamentation of the product of any business is called as a industrial design. And the geographical indication means it is the output, it is the quality output or the having the special characteristics of particular locality, then it is called as a geographical indication. So in this chapter we are dealing with the different procedures by which we can register a copyright, trademark, industrial design and the geographical indication. So the registration of work of the copyright. See here the registration of the work of copyright. The registration in India, the work is registered of copyright in the register of copyright. Where the copyright work is registered in India, the register of copyright which is maintained by Copyright Office of Department of Education. So you have to, the procedure is same, that is you have to fill the application, then application get published anywhere, and then within 2 or 3 or the 4 months the opposition is called. If the opposition is came, then it is conveyed to the applicant, and then the register of that particular thing here both the parties, and if the registered get satisfied with the clarification of the applicant, then it get registered. So it is the general criteria by which, but the difference is where we have to make the application, then where it get published, then after that what is the requirement of the application. So there is a somewhat difference in this procedure, so you have to go it thoroughly and read it. Because last semester examination there is 2 questions on registration, that is registration of industrial design, application for registration of industrial design, and the application for the registration of geographical indication. So you have to go it through this lecture thoroughly. I will provide you a notes within 1 day to you on this content of this chapter. So in India, the copyright work is registered in Register of Copyright, which is maintained by Copyright Office of the Department of Education. Then the procedure for registration of work is covered under the chapter 6. The procedure is given in the chapter 6 of the Copyright Rules of 1958, which is published in 1958. The rules, the whatever we have to, whatever the registration procedure is covered under the chapter 6 of Copyright Rules 1958. Then the application for registration is to be made on form number 4. The form number, where which number of form we have to fill there? The form number 4 we have to fill to register our copyright. Then separate application should be made for the registration of each work. If I wrote a book, then for registration of that book I have to fill the separate application form. At the same time, if I have to get the copyright for my short film, then I have to make a separate registration for that work. So the separate application should be made for the registration of the each work. Then each application should be accompanied by the requisite fee. you have to pay a fee for getting the protection under the copyright. Then the requirement for filling the copyright application in the India. When you are filling the application, then what is the requirement while filling the application in India? First of all, you have to mention the full name, then your address, then the nationality of the applicants and that of the author. If the applicant is there and that of the author is there, then you have to give all the details, that is full name, address, nationality of the applicants and that of the author. Then the year and the country of first publication. If you are already published your book in some of the countries in the year 1999, then you have to mention the year and the country of the first publication of the work. Then list of the countries where you have to publish your work and where you have to get the protection for which. Okay, then the year and the countries of last publication you have to mention. Then the 3 copies of your work, you have to submit the 3 copies of work and the power of attorney. If you are going through the agents, then at that time the power of attorney is required while filling the application form. After the filling of application, you received application and receiving a diary number. Here you are getting a diary number. The applicant should wait for the mandatory period of 30 days. Then after getting the diary number, you have to wait for the 1 month, so that no objection is filed in the Copyright Office against the claim that particular work is created by the applicant. Okay, then you have to after filing the application, after filing the application you get the diary number, and after getting the diary number you have to wait for the 30 days for 1 month because the Copyright Office called the objection against your copyright file, and if there is no such objection come into the Copyright Office, then the particular work is created by the applicant. The office suppose that the particular work is created by the applicant only. So this is the if such objection, it is the case that if the objection is not claimed, but if the objection is filed, then it may take another 1 month time to decide as to whether the work would be registered by the Register of the Copyright after giving an opportunity of hearing the matter from both the parties. So, if any objection is filed to the Register of the Copyright Office, then at that time the Register will hear both the parties, that is the opponent and the applicant. If no objection is filed, the application goes for scrutiny from the examiners. If such no objection is came, then it goes for the examination. If any variation is found, the applicant is given 30 days time to remove the same. If any variation is came, then the applicant get 30 days time to remove the same. Therefore, it may takes 2 to 3 months to register a copyright work. Okay. Any person disappointed by the final decision of the Register of Copyright within 3 months from the date of order of decision, he can appeal to the Copyright Board. If he is not satisfied with the Copyright Office, the decision of Copyright Office, then within 3 months from getting the order or the decision, he can file his application to the he can again appeal to the Copyright Board. So this is the procedure for registration of the copyright. First, you have to make an application. You have to fill an application form number 4. Then you have to make a separate application for each of the work. Then you have to pay fees for this. Then the necessary information you should submit at the time of application. Then you get a diary number the applicant should wait for the 30 days so that no objection is filed in the Copyright Office against the claim that particular work is created by the applicant. So the office is said to be that the work is created by the applicant only. If such objection is filed, then the Registrar of the Copyright will hear both the parties, and if no objection is come, then that particular application is scrutinized by the examiners, and if they found some variation, then they give one more 30 days to the applicant to remove or they said to be amend the particular application. Therefore, it takes 2 to 3 months. And if any person is disappointed by the Registrar of Copyright, then within a 3 months from the date of decision, he may appeal to the Copyright Board. In that way, you can register your copyright work. Okay. Then the registration of trademark. Okay, it may be a logo, it may be a tagline, it may be a shape, it may be a color of that produce, packaging. A lot of things comes under the trademark. So any person who claims to the proprietor of the trademark and is a desirous of the registration of the mark shall apply to the registrar within whose territorial limit is the principal place of the business in India of the applicant. So where he have to register his trademark, the proprietor or the owner of that trademark will register, who is a desirous to register the trademark. He can make a application to the registrar within his territorial limit. If he have to register his trademark in India, then he have to make an application in India. Okay. So if he have to register his trademark internationally, then he have to go through the Madrid Protocol. Okay. Under the Madrid Protocol, at the same simultaneously the trademark get registered in the many countries. Okay. Then the full name, address and the nationality of applicant, and appropriate application form with application fees he have to submit. At the same time, the graphic representation of the trademark, whether it is 2D or 3D, he have to submit there. Then a preliminary search of the existing trademark done by you or your agent. Before applying for the application, firstly, before filing an application, you have to search a novelty of your trademark by preliminary search of the existing trademarks. The examination of application by the trademark office, after which the application is either accepted or accepted subject to be the amendments. If there is any lacunas remaining in this application, then it is to be the amendment, and which is directed by the trademark office. Okay. So the application, if the application is the correct, then it get accepted. If there is some lacunas remaining, then this is to be subjected for the amendments. Okay. So the application of the publication of the application is made in the trademark journal. Okay. As like in the copyright, what we get the diary number. Okay. Here the application is get published in the trademark journal, and then from the date of advertisement, within a 3 months, the opponent have to apply for the opposition. Okay, the registrar shall serve a copy of the notice of the then if any opposition is come about the registration of that particular trademark, that the trademark is already existed, or any person can make the opposition within a 3 months from the date of advertisement, and this copy of the notice is provided to the applicant by the registrar, and within a 2 month from the receipt of notice, the opposition, the applicant shall have to give the statement to his notice. Okay, within a 2 month. From 3 months from the date of publication of the advertisement, any person can oppose for the registration of the application, and from 2 months from getting the notice from the registrar, the applicant have to give clarification statement for his notice, and otherwise the application would be deemed to be the amped down. If the applicant not giving a proper response for the opposition, then the application form get cancelled. A copy of notice is sent to the person giving notice of opposition. If the clarification is given by the applicant, then the copy of notice is sent to the opposition also. The registrar then call both the parties with their evidences, and they listen both the parties, hear both the parties. If the decision goes in the favor of applicant, then the trademark is registered, and if the decision goes against the applicant, then he is free to appeal the High Court. He can appeal for the High Court. Likewise, in the copyright, he can again appeal to the Copyright Office. Likewise, here he can goes to the High Court also. Then the application of design registration. Design registration means the industrial designs also comes under this. So an application for the registration of design shall be filled in the form number 1. Likewise, in case of copyright we fill the form number 4. Here we have to fill the form number 1 with a sufficient detail, that is the name of applicant, address, nationality, all these things. The class which the article belongs has to be mentioned in the application form. The class which the article may be a watch, the article may be a bicycle, article may be a car. So you have to mention the class of article in the application form. The copy of registration sheet of the design containing the drawing. The registration sheet must contain the drawings, then photographs, and then the specimen, then design should be submitted at the time of filing the application. Then the power of attorney has to be submitted if the application is filed through the agent or the legal practitioner. If you are using any agent, if you are registering your design through any agent or the legal practitioner, then the power of attorney, is mentioned that this person is my agent and all these things. Okay. Then the priority documents. If you are you are developing any design, at that time you can made a priority application before the parent application. Okay. Then the priority documents has to be filed if the design application claims priority from the parent application. You can file a priority application like of that our patent. Okay, that is a priority date. Priority date is that date when the inventor is still working with the design, and to secure his invention he can made an application before the development of the design, and within a prescribed time he have to submit the parent application. Okay. The examination of the application will be conducted by the design office. You have to make the application to the design office. The applicant has to respond to the objection raised by the design office within a prescribed time, and if the design office has convinced with the response, it may grant a registration design and the certificate may be issued. If any objection is came, then the applicant have to give the proper response to that objection, and the issue of certificate is then we get for our industrial design or only for the design. That is the procedure to register the industrial design. Then the procedure for the registration of geographical indication. See here, the geographical indication is the protection of a particular product, for the particular product of particular locality. It is not given to a particular person here. Okay, so the application must be filed at the office of GI registry located in Chennai. Chennai at the office of geographical indication, where we have to make an application. That office is located at Chennai. So what are the specifications we should submit with the GI geographic with the application? So geographical significance of the indication. Okay, what is the geographical significance? In which how the GI serves to designate the goods as originating or manufactured from the concerned territory of the country, or the region or the locality of the country. in respect of the specific quality. Here the how the GI product is originated from that particular territory of that country or the region or the locality in the country, in respect of how the how that specific quality or the reputation or the other characteristics of that particular product are due to the geographical environment. You have to clarify the significance of the geographical area about that indication. Then the class of good. Here is three class of good. If such goods are belonging to the agricultural good, if such goods are of the natural goods, or if such goods are handicrafts or the industrial goods. Okay. Then the geographical area, the geographical map of the country, then region, the locality in the country in which the good is originate or are being manufactured. You have to mention the geographical area with the application when you are filing an application. Then the detail of appearance, the particulars regarding the appearance of the GI, as whether it is comprised of the word or the figurative elements. See here, the GI also have its trademark. Okay, so you have to mention whether it is comprised with the words or the figurative elements or both. Okay, then the particulars of the producer. Particulars of a special human skill involved, or the uniqueness of the geographical environment, or the other inherent characteristics associated with the geographical indication. See here, I am giving one example, that is the particulars of the producers, like the Kolhapuri chappal. Here is it is a totally depends upon the human skill. Then the Nagpur Santra is there, then it is the inherent characteristic which is related to the geographical environment. So likewise you have to mention the particulars of the producers. Okay, whether it is due to the human skill, whether it is due to the geographical environment, or whether it is due to the inherent characteristics associated with that geographical indications. Okay, then affidavit deposing the applicant's right to become the registrant. And then there is one affidavit that I am registering this geographical indication. So I am the registrant of that particular geographical indication. Such affidavit have to be submitted there. That if the many peoples are there in that particular locality, but only one people may apply for the geographical indication. So such affidavit should have to deposit at the time of the application filling. The registrar will have the application examination, and the application and the product, they get published. The advertisement is done into the GI journal, and notice of opposition within a maximum period of 4 months of the publication of journal. Within a 4 months from the date of publication into the journal, the opposition is called, and if the registrar accepts the application, then the certificate of the registration is issued. So these 4 procedures are so easy, and there is no difficulty in understanding this procedure, and you have to go thoroughly through this procedure. So assignment for you on this topic is that write down the procedure of registration of industrial design and the geographical indication. So go through this thoroughly. Then the 2 questions during last year, the 2 questions are on this topic, that is write down a procedure of registration of geographical indication and the industrial design, or it may be simply a design. Okay, so the assignment for you that is write down the procedure of registration of industrial design or the geographical indication. Thank you.